that we have placed throughout this CROC campus. And then also by Wednesday, if you want to, you can also view the recording that's going to be available online on our website. The next item, housekeeping item, is if we can ask you on behalf of CROC Salvation Army, no open cups in here just because of the kind of the requirements and the type of furniture that they have. So make sure it's covered cups that you have. And if you haven't registered yet, please sign up. We need to make sure that you're here and your name is on there on the registration. So just another reminder for that. Once again, let's put our hands together for Tiara Gomes. We're going to say aloha right now and aloha kakayaka to Chair Watson. He's going to be joining us very shortly to share just a little bit about not only the program, but just the vision of our Prince Kuhio and basically the things that Chair Watson has been pushing since his appointment here as chair. We also have along with us Executive Assistant Hoke. And then we also have from East Hawaii, Commissioner Kalei Kini. And then also, we also have CEO from Gentry. He's going to join us later, and that is Quentin Machida. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our leaders. And with that, if you could join me in a word of pule, and we'll start off with that. Let's pray. EKIIC mana loa, God of our kupuna, God of our tomorrow, we pause in the sacred moment to honor you, to acknowledge your hand in all things seen and unseen. Your blessings have been many, too many for us to count, but not too many to give thanks. Mahalo ke akua for this aina. Ka uluokaha, a place with a name that carries story, a place that calls families home, that restores what was once distant, that gathers us from many paths to one purpose. We give thanks for the many hearts and hands that have labored to make this day possible, the developers who pushed through delay, the civil servants who served with conviction, our DHHL staff who navigated challenge with aloha, and the agency partners who stood beside us, committed to uplifting our lahui, not just in word, but in action. Mahalo for the wisdom of our commissioners, the quiet diligence of project managers, the guidance of community voices, and the persistence of every soul who never gave up hope. We recognize that this is not just a housing development. It is a return to the Aina for generations to come. E ke akua, we ask that you would bless every lessee and every ohana here today. Wrap them in peace. Strengthen their roots. Let the foundations they lay be built not only with cement and lumber, but with love, kuleana, and faith. May the homes they enter soon be filled with laughter, the smell of la'au lapa'au, keiki playing in yards, kupuna resting, and ohana remembering who they are. Let ka uluokaha be a beacon. Let it echo with praise and purpose. Let it shine as testimony that your promises are still unfolding right here in our time. And finally, dear Lord, we surrender this entire process into your care. May we walk humbly, lead wisely, and live graciously in service of this land, this people, and this sacred trust. Eola ka aina, eola na ka naka, eola ka ha'avina a ka haku. Amene, amene, amene. Aloha, everyone, and once again, welcome to the orientation for Ka uluokaha 2C. We're going to go through, I believe, on the screen, you will see what's coming up. So we have Chair Watson's going to come up right after me. We'll share a little bit about projects that are happening around Oahu, as well as what's happening here, and what are we teeing up on the next phases of uluokaha. And then we're going to have the developer come share a little bit more of what to expect in this project. We're also going to share about successorship and transfer of lessees. So when you're lessee, what does that mean? What is the process? We're also going to have Nahasda come and share about that exciting program. If you qualify, what a great program. And they're going to be outside. Besides sharing here, they have staff that's out there that can share more information about the opportunity and programs that they have. And then we're also going to go through the process of what to expect come August 23rd, I think it was, somewhere around there, of the lot selection process, lease signing. And then you can go back outside and kind of visit that open house. If you have any questions, we have those that are specialized in different subject matters for you to be go and ask them questions about it. So with that, I want to introduce Chair Kali Watson to share a little mana'o with you. Let's put our hands together for Chair Watson.
Oh, we got a lot of people here today. That's great. I'd like to welcome all of you. Aloha mai kako. It is my honor and privilege to stand before you today to welcome you as we continue our journey to uplift and empower Native Hawaiian families with the award of new residential homestead leases, as well as homesteads. Now, this is an orientation as well as an explanation regarding this particular phase of Ka'ulokaha, Unit 2C. And the focus is really regarding how to finance the purchase of your home. It's one category that we'll really delve into regarding the 4 different categories. Now, this is involving 115 houses that will be what we call turnkey. That's a category that we'll be addressing and focusing in on today. So it's really a matter of looking at the different financing approaches that you can qualify for. And you will have the opportunity to not only receive some technical assistance from third-party consultants that we have retained to give you, I guess, some guidance as to what particular loan product really fits your particular circumstances. So do participate and make sure all the requests that are made of you, you comply with in order to get qualified for a loan. Because if you don't, then you may have to fall into a different category or get and look at a different project to participate in. Besides this particular project, we will be showing you some other projects for this particular island. So this isn't the only project. We have a lot of great new projects that are coming into play. This will reflect a collective vision to restore and strengthen our lahui here on the island of Oahu by building homes and taking people off the wait list, which is clearly the focal point, not only for the department, but also the legislature and the governor. For many of you, our waitlisters, I want to begin by acknowledging your patience and perseverance. The department recognizes the sacrifices that you've made and hope you will hold on for the future. This project, as well as many of the others that are coming, are not just about building homes. They are about rebuilding ancestral connections, creating opportunities, and empowering generations to thrive on the Aina. That was a vision of Prince Jonah Kuhio Kalaneole, the person best responsible for us being here today. He was a steadfast advocate for the betterment of the Native Hawaiian people. Despite his many challenges he faced during a time of tremendous upheaval, he persevered with unwavering dedication to his people's well-being. In 1921, Prince Kuhio's dream of providing land to Native Hawaiians became a reality when the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act was passed by the United States Congress. Prince Kuhio's vision was clear: to empower Native Hawaiians through land. Through the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act, he worked to return the lands to Native Hawaiians, fostering a sense of pride, identity, and belonging. We walk this path today, guided by his vision. The Hawaiian Homes Commission has been serving Hawaiians since 1921 with a mission to manage the Hawaiian Homelands Trust effectively and to develop and deliver lands to Native Hawaiians. In the over 100 years that have passed, I'd have to say the program has done poorly, partly because of the poor lands, isolated lands, and with no infrastructure, lack of funding, and various other things that made it a very, I guess, a failure to a certain extent. Today, we are challenged with the award, or actually, this particular situation has changed with the award of $600 million from the legislature under Act 279, and with the acquisition of new lands, which we'll be showing some of them to you today in our presentation. With this new funding, we'll be able to move forward with these developments. And we have over 29 projects throughout the state that are moving forward. As we go through this orientation process today, let us remember the purpose that brings us together to learn about uluokaha as well as other projects. DHHL is committed to creating a vibrant community that respects our past, serves the present, and builds for the future. As you go through this process of qualifying for a loan, let each step be a symbol of your determination and commitment to getting a homestead for you, and more importantly, your ohana. Do not give up. This project represents more than an expansion of physical space. It is a testament to our commitment, to your commitment, your aim to ensure that this process remains rooted in the values of laulima, or collaboration, pono, or justice, and aloha. Your voices have guided us to this point, and your continued input will be essential as we move forward. Our kuleana is to you, and it's not taken lightly. With this project, we are not merely constructing houses, but nurturing a community that reflects our culture and our shared vision of a better tomorrow. We are working tirelessly to ensure that the infrastructure, design, and resources align with the needs and aspirations of you, our beneficiaries. Mahalo to all of you who have contributed to this journey thus far. From our dedicated staff, Quinton Machida with Gentry, as well as Mike Kalekini with our commissioners, as well as the financial partners that you will meet today, and to you, our ohana, who remind us every day why we work and do this work. As we advance, we ask for your continued patience and trust. Together, we will make this homestead community one that not only honors our past, but would build a thriving future for our keiki and our mo'opuna. Let us work together to bring Kuhio's vision to life. If you persevere and stay the course, you and your family will get a homestead. Mahalo nui loa, and may we always walk together in the spirit of aloha and unity. Upukai I holomua. Let us stand united in order to progress. Aloha. Let's do all these projects and make them feel good about.
Mahalo, Chair Watson. Oh, that guy is tall, yeah. It's like up by my forehead. No. So the next slide, I want to share with you a little bit about projects that are happening on Oahu. I know all of you are lessees, and specifically for uluokaha, but so much excitement happening as far as things progressing, things moving. So I wanted to take us far east first to Hawaiian, also known as Mauna Loa. We have about 80 multifamily units. It's townhomes that are being projected to be built and developed on the marina. Wow, can you believe Hawaiians on the marina? Woo! Just can imagine that right now. So projected completion of that is 2028. And then we take a trip to the other side of the Mauna, and that's going to be Wong's Farm in Waimanalo. Right now, they have a lease with Department of Land and Natural Resources. That lease expires at the end of 5 years. But we're in the planning process of taking a look at what will it look like when we receive it back. So when we receive it from DLNR. We're not going to wait to plan after we get it. We're planning now. So we're going through studies. We're going through understanding what's there. We anticipate about 20 residential and subsistence agricultural lots. And projected start of development is about 2031. So the year after we receive it from Department of Land and Natural Resources. Also note that we are working very aggressively to be able to pursue other lands that are adjacent to that particular Wong's Farm, Waimanalo, and working with other agencies such as Department of Land and Natural Resources to increase our land holding in Waimanalo, to increase also addressing not only our residential wait list, but also our agricultural wait list. Isn't that exciting? We also have some lots that we developed some time ago. Next slide, please. And that is in Waianae and Kapolei. So some of these have not been awarded. We actually finished the infrastructure. It's ready to be developed. So we're going to be going out to awards very shortly. These are roughly about 20 vacant lots, and they're scattered throughout Waianae, where Freitas Dairy is, as well as Kanahili. And then we have some in uluokaha. We anticipate awards to start to take place next year, so in 2026. We also am working in putting together a package that'll provide you access to general contractors, building suppliers, and lenders. Next slide, please. Now, this is a different type of housing. There's some that are not able to, well, one, they don't have a desire, but also not able to be able to get a house or a multifamily, a townhouse. So these are actually transitional rentals that we have. We're working on it both in Maili area, next to where Kamehameha Schools has their resource center. And then we also have one called Yorktown, and that's in Kalailoa. So a lot of opportunities for those that are in need of that transitional housing, and also those that are desiring something like that for them to live. Next item, this one's kind of a little bit further out. Our projected start of development is roughly about 2030. Could happen a little sooner, but there's a lot of infrastructure work that needs to take place. And this is in Eva Beach at the former Tsunami Center. We have roughly about 380 single family and multifamily units. I like this part. It's next to the golf course. And then right across the street, close proximity to the beach. And once again, projected start is 2030. We also have other opportunities that are coming up in Honolulu at Mo'iliili. It's called Hale Mo'iliili. So we already started construction. It's going vertical already. It's about 23 stories. We have a number of different units or unit types that are in there. Studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedroom, 2-story townhouse. All of this is right next to the old stadium park. And we also have a 290 stall parking structure. I don't have it on here, but just a little quick peek, a little secret. We are working on a lot across the street in Mo'iliili to be able to provide the same type of product and same type of units in that area as well. Next slide. Coming back this way to this area, East Kapolei. We have 2 areas that we are working on. We haven't gone through with executing a development agreement yet, but roughly about a little over 1,000 multifamily homes. It's from here to West Oahu's rail station. So there's an area there, and then there's also an area right below uluokaha A, and that, or not A, but B, and that is right alongside the Eva Villages golf course. So those two areas will provide an upward count above 1,000, roughly about 1,200. The next slide, please. So this next slide really gives you kind of what to expect. So as Chair had mentioned, we have about 115 turnkey units that we're actually issuing out now. We have about 12 vacant lots for owner build that'll come available next year to award. And then in 2027, projected start date of construction for 2D, 2028, projected construction for 2E, and 2029 projected construction for 2F. So we're rolling a lot. And just to kind of step back a little, infrastructure takes a long time. Building the foundation, building the water system, how to get water to the community, how to get wastewater out of the community, how to get power there, communications. So making sure that solid foundation is set first. That's what we're working on. And so just wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek of different projects that are occurring on the island of Oahu, and specifically the phasing right here in uluokaha. With that, I'm going to invite Quentin Machida to come up and talk about the project that we're here for today. Let's put our hands together for Quentin.
Aloha, everybody. I'm Quentin Machida, President and Chief Executive Officer of Gentry Homes. And it's really good to be here with all of you. And there's a lot of people here today, and I understand there's some people online. But really, it's an honor to be here. Honor to be building your new homes coming up here. And you know, this day, I know that it's been a long time coming for many people. And we're so excited for you. We're excited what a new DHHL home might mean for you and your family. But before we talk about the homes, I wanted to take a minute and just I wanted to thank the department, Kali Watson, Kalani, and the LDD team and the whole DHHL team, because as you know, development takes a long time, and so there's been a lot of work put into uluokaha just to get to this day. And so can we just thank them for a little bit? Oh, sorry, next slide. Okay. And just wanted to tell you a little bit about Gentry. Some of you may already know because we've talked before, but we started building here in Hawaii since in 1968. And last 57 years, we built 14,000 homes here. Tom had a vision of building homes for Hawaii's working families, and we're still on that today. Next slide. We started building with the department back in 2008, and to date we built over 500 homes for Department of Hawaiian Homelands and for their beneficiaries. Next slide. Gentry is a integrated development team, I'd like to say. We have skilled professionals in architecture, engineering, construction, finance, sales and marketing, and customer service. But we're a team with a vision of building quality homes and communities for a better Hawaii. And we're committed to our mission of building homes of great value through innovative design, quality construction, competitive pricing, and superior customer attention. Next slide. Today, though, I wanted to introduce you to two of our team members that you're going to meet along your journey to home ownership, and that's our sales manager, Jennifer Andrews, and our construction superintendent, Ralph Kanoho. Now, Ralph's been with us for a long time. He's built every DHHL home we've built, but you guys will get to know him pretty well along the way. Next slide. At Gentry, we take great pride in the quality of our work and the quality of the homes we build. And I wanted to mention that although, we're in tough inflationary times, costs have been increasing, and there's a lot of pressure on us to keep costs down. But in spite of that, we have not, and we will not compromise the quality of your home. Every home we build the same way. Structurally, they're designed the same way. Of course, some are bigger, some are smaller, some we got different finishes, but every Gentry home is designed exactly the same, really. Your home that we're going to be building is going to be built by the same personnel, the same team that builds Ever by Gentry and Gentry at Kalailoa. And these, let's see, I want to say we're not a low bid company. We believe that in order to get quality, we need to have a stable workforce. And so we partner with our contractors, and in that way, we can not only get better quality, we also can get a better price for you. Now, at Gentry, we build with renewable and sustainable materials, and we make sure that every home is energy efficient. In fact, every home is engineered and modeled by a energy consultant. They inspect every home and they test every home to make sure that it performs the way it was designed. We also have a third-party inspection, forensic inspector that will be on site inspecting every home that we build that's quality built. Next slide, please. I know Kalani went over this briefly, but uluokaha will consist of 687 home sites. And so today we're offering 115. So for those of you who may not be ready today, I just want you to know that there'll be many other opportunities for you, and in different forms, different types of offers as we come up. I do want to encourage you to make sure that you fill out those financial assessments and surveys as they come your way, because that helps us to determine how to better meet your needs. So if you can do that, please do. That'll help us, come up with the right products, the right product mixes, and that kind of thing. Next slide, please. Now, can anybody tell me when is the best time to buy? Well, let me put it this way. In a time where home prices and costs have been increasing, can anybody tell me when is the best time to buy a new house? So I hear everybody saying now. Really, it was yesterday, right? Because, but the next best time is today. And so uluokaha 2C will feature 115 turnkey homes we're talking about today. The site contractors began paving the roadways this past week. Our master track permits are in at the city and county for review and approval. And our plan is to start home construction later this year. First home deliveries in first quarter of 2026. And then it'll take us about a year to build out the rest of the homes. Next slide. Now, at uluokaha, we're featuring 4 home types, and we had some handouts in the outside if you didn't get one. Also, the floor plans are on our website also. But we have 2 single stories, a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom, and we have 2 2-story homes, a 4-bedroom model and a 5-bedroom model. And I want to tell you, in your offer letters, I know that there was a range of pricing, which we've never done before. But given the situation with tariffs, we're unable to get a firm price from manufacturers and suppliers at this point in time. But you should know that we're working hard to keep those prices down. And our mission really is to provide you guys with the best value possible. Now, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Rick Hobson. He's our Vice President of Sales and Marketing, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the homes. Thank you.
Aloha, everyone. Next slide. This is the Tupua family. And this picture here really represents what this is really about. It represents the joy, the pride, excitement, a new beginning for a family, a home for those who can today, and hope for those who will in the future. I've been with Gentry Homes for 29 years, and working with the Department of Hawaiian Homelands for the last 18 years has been an honor for all of us on our team. I'm here today to tell you about what a Gentry home comes with. I too live in a Gentry home. I've lived in a Gentry home for 20 years in Ewa by Gentry, so I'm somewhat qualified. Homes are expensive in Hawaii, and at Gentry Homes, we believe there are value features that can be built into the homes that will save our buyers money every single month and save energy as well. Next slide. An 18-SEER central air conditioning system could be 30% more efficient than the federally required 15-SEER. Programmable digital thermostats, dual pane low E windows keep things cool and quiet inside the home. LED lighting packages reduce heat in the home and keep your energy consumption down. Next slide. Open cell foam insulation that's sprayed into the rafters and walls will keep the cool air in your home longer. This standard feature, along with an efficient AC system, separates a Gentry home from all others in our market and will keep energy costs low. Next slide. A solar hot water heating system with an 80 to 120 gallon tank approved by HECO could save you up to $40 every month on your electric bill. Next shot. There really is nothing like a new home. Next shot. Slide 5, oh, sorry. Kitchen features include stainless steel GE appliance package, which includes a ceramic cooktop range, a microwave, dishwasher, and designer laminate cabinetry. Many of you saw some of the selections out front today, but they're all on our website as well. Next slide. Your new Gentry home comes with most of your appliances except for the washer and dryer and refrigerator. Those items are offered as optional features, or you can purchase them on your own or from us, however you like. Next slide. Comfort features, wall-to-wall carpet, vinyl flooring in the entry, kitchen, and bathrooms. That's luxury vinyl plank flooring. For the first time, we're offering that. Spacious walk-in closets in most of the master bedrooms, dual wash basins in the master bedrooms, mirrored sliding closet doors, and solid surface bathroom vanity tops. Slide 8. Did I mention there's nothing like a new home? Yeah. Warranties come with a quality construction, and they come with a new Gentry home. A 30-year warranty on borate treated lumber, a limited lifetime warranty on your composition roof, 30-year warranty on hardy siding, and a limited lifetime warranty on vinyl fencing with a gate. You know, if you go look at a new home at Ho'opili, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, sells for $1.2 million, 1,500 square feet, single level, no fencing, no gate, no central AC, no open cell foam insulation, no nothing. It's a nice house, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have the features that we include in our homes. Gentry Homes is always looking for ways to add value to our homes because the prices keep going up, so we put things back in. Here are a few features included in the price for the very first time. Solid surface kitchen countertops, luxury vinyl plank flooring, LVP, rain gutters all the way around your home, and a concrete surround that'll protect your home's foundation for years to come. Next slide. Oh, this slide, I need this one. You'll have a choice of interior finishes, the cool and bright or the warm and calm. And these are also on our website as well. Next slide. Our website is the portal to all floor plans, options, features, news and updates, and lender contact information. The lender deadline, can anybody tell me the lender deadline? July 25th, right? That's a very important date. You know, all the lenders are here. We'll have a lender workshop coming up So watch our website for that. You'll be notified of that. Our website, oh, I already covered that. If you have questions regarding the purchase of your home, please make an appointment on the site or call one of our sales agents for more information. This is a slide of our website. Purchasing a new home is exciting, but there is work for everyone to get done. Here's a preliminary timeline with some important dates to keep in mind. The most important of which we just mentioned, is July 25th. And that's when your pre-qualification letter is due. All the lenders are here. I think we said stop by and chat with them on the website. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to happily getting you settled into a new Gentry home very soon. Aloha.
Thank you, Rick. Yes. Actually, can you go back to that slide real quick, Michael? So I know Rick had mentioned some deadlines. Opportunities are here as well for you to get to know more information. There's, and you have it in your packet as well. There's lender meet and greet, June 28th, buyer education day, August 9th, all gearing up for that big day of lot selection. So do take opportunities to be able to visit during those times. We really want to be able to provide resources, and we mahalo Gentry in partnering with us to be able to do that. With that, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Juan Garcia from our Homestead Services Division.
Aloha. I see many familiar faces in the crowd. I want to acknowledge you guys. You guys too deserve an applause. So kudos to you guys. This has been a long journey, and the journey continues. There's still a lot of hard work ahead, a lot of decisions that you need to make. But as stated earlier by the chairman, continue to persevere. Continue to be determined and committed to this process. Don't give up. If you're not able to make a selection in August, you've seen the many other opportunities ahead. So don't give up. Stay the course. There's a lot of lenders out there, service providers, the department, the contractors that are here to help you along the way. One of the things that I want to talk to you about is very important, and that is designating a successor. Many of you have already heard this, but before I go on, we do have staff near the front entrance. You can go talk to us, ask those very confidential questions that we can help you with. Again, what is a successor? Successor is that qualified relative that of your choosing that you want to name to take over the lease upon your death. And Quentin asked the question, when is the best time to buy a house? Well, I asked you, when was the best time to name a successor? That was yesterday, but you still have time. We ask you to make an appointment with the department to do so if you haven't already done that. Now, those eligible successors are the lessee's 25% spouse, children, grandchildren, and brothers and sisters. Again, these individuals need only be 25%. Those that need to be 50% Hawaiian is your parent, widow and widowers of the children, widow and widowers of your siblings, and nieces and nephews. Again, pay attention to who needs to be minimum 25% and who needs to be 50%. If you pass away without designating a successor, there is a process mandated by the rule. The department must publish a notice calling those qualified relatives to submit their claims. We usually do that in the month of June and in December of each year. Important information with regards to designation of successors through the public notice process is those qualified relatives must submit their claim 120 days before the first publication. If you come to the department on the 121st day, that claim is not valid. So pay attention to that expiration date. Next slide, please. Is that the last slide? Yeah, so again, the publication, there is a priority. The priority is the spouse. If a spouse submits a claim because that individual has the highest priority, all other claimants will not be valid. It's the spouse who has that qualifying relationship and 25% Hawaiian. The department will go to the commission recommending that designation to the spouse be approved. After the spouse, it's the child, then grandchild, and then siblings. All the other qualified relatives are of same priority. So it's the family that will need to decide if there's multiple children, multiple grandchildren, and they hold the same priority. It's the family that needs to make the decision as to who will be designated as successor. But it's okay if they choose to all be the successors. That's okay. Again, I encourage you to come to the front after the presentations are done. Talk to us, talk to staff, make an appointment to do the designation as soon as you're able to do so. Again, mahalo. God bless you.
So I wanted to share something kind of interesting. We went to
This is all good, right?
It is, I promise. So we went to another island and they were sharing about successorship. So if you got divorced and your first wife was the successor, you got to remember when you get married again, you got to change the successor. Because what happened?
That is correct. Your current spouse, your previous spouse has no right to that lease. So if you get married again, make sure you update the designation. Very important now.
Thank you, Juan. See, that was an easy one, huh? But for real, you should have seen our faces. We were like, oh, shucks. Because the first wife came in. Okay, moving on. Seriously, you guys take advantage of all of the staff that's out there right now, because there's a lot of questions that come up, especially regarding successorship. I had an opportunity to chat with some of you on that. Unfortunately for myself, my dad had passed away. And so we're going through the process right now because my sister was the successor and she already get one application on there, and we wanted my son to be able to succeed. So we're going through that whole process and making sure we don't miss that 120-day deadline, because you know what happens, right? You lose out. So anyways, with that, mahalo Juan for sharing that important piece of information. We have Ann Arona next coming up to share a little bit about Nahasda. Put your hands together for Ann.
Hi, aloha kako. My name is Ann Arona. I am a Nahasda mortgage loan specialist with the department. Nahasda is the Native American Housing Assistance and Self-Determination Act, which was passed by Congress in 1996 and amended to include Native Hawaiians in 2000. DHHL is named the only designated recipient of the Native Hawaiian Block Grant, known as NHHBG, that is administered by U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or also known as HUD. Funding can be used for lot development, homeowner financing, housing counseling, and other housing services. Program requirements are based on total household income at or below 80% of the area median income, based on household size and county. House size will be dependent on the household number. Submission of all required income and financial documents to determine income eligibility is needed. as well as all compliance with environmental requirements and housing counseling is an essential aspect with NAHASDA. There is an affordability restriction and insurance coverage, both homeowners, hurricane, and if applicable, flood would be necessary. Next slide, please. This you can see all our requirements. Yeah. We do have a table outside that gives you the same information as well. Next slide. This is one of our success stories. This is the Lenchenko Andrade Ohana. Duke is a homeowner in Kakaina Subdivision in Waimanalo with his Ohana of 4. In 5 months, through a partnership agreement with Honolulu Habitat, Duke is a proud owner of a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,450 square feet of living area. His monthly payment is under $800 a month and is fixed for 30 years fixed. Okay. Duke received his lease through a transfer from his tutu, who was awarded a lease in June of 2023 after being on the wait list since September of 1986. Next slide. This is a neighbor of yours. If you do get awarded a home in EKIIC, this is Auntie Charlene Rodriguez. Auntie Charlene received her undivided interest lease in 2008, and in 2023, partnered with Leeward Habitat to start construction on her 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 864 square feet home in uluokaha. Auntie did give lots of love, time, and sweat equity during her journey to home ownership, which started in December 2023, and she received her keys in September 2024. Auntie's interest rate is fixed for 30 years at 0% with a monthly payment under $850. The 0% interest rate is only applicable with a partnership agreement through Habitat. For uluokaha, your Habitat would be Leeward to work with. Okay, so NAHASDA does have a professional service agreement with Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement, or CNHA, to provide kupuna rental assistance for those 62 years and older that are currently on the wait list that meets 80% of the area median income requirement and cannot be receiving any other rental subsidy. There are HUD requirements and home counseling is also required. CNHA does have a table outside, so please see a staff member for assistance with that program as well. If you have any questions, we also have a table outside to assist you with any questions. Please feel free to apply. We do have an online portal to assist with applications. Once you apply, you can upload your documents there, and I can help you moving forward from there. Okay, if you have any questions, we're outside again. Mahalo.
Mahalo, and wow, when she said 0%, everybody got excited. Once again, she has that QR code that was on the screen, but you also have it on the inserts that we had passed out. And also you can visit NAHASDA at their table, and they'll be able to, I believe they have on their table a QR code that you can also be able to get into their portal. With that, I'm going to call Michelle Hitzman. She's going to go through lot selection process and contract signing. She oversees our awards team. With that, Michelle.
Good morning. So I'm going to go through basically your next steps, right? So you received an offer letter, you're here at the orientation meeting. So what happens next? What do you need to do to get you to the lot selection process or the lot selection? And if you're not interested, or maybe you're not ready, what happens after that, right? What are your options? But first I want to talk about who was invited to participate in this offer. So the last time most of you all were here was probably March 22nd for our West Oahu project lease selection meeting. Now for that particular offer, we invited probably about 4,300 applicants to participate in that offer for 665 leases. For this offer, we invited 700 lessees for an opportunity to select one of the 115 turnkey homes in uluokaha 2C. So there's two groups. And the first is the East Kapolei 2B and C undivided interest lessees. So these lessees got their leases, I believe, in like 2008. And the first time we made an offer to them, I believe, was in 2017. So that is about, what is my addition? About 10 years later. So the second group is the uluokaha 2D, E, and F project lease lessees that was just issued a lease back in March 22nd, right? So we're talking about 6 months to August 23rd when you can actually have the opportunity to select a lot. So that's good news because we're kind of moving a lot faster and getting you all on the land. There's 2 requirements. And for the project lease offer, the one requirement was just to say you're interested, right? So if you're interested in a project, you submit your response form and you were invited to the selection meeting. This particular one, because that's turnkey homes, you need to submit your response form, but there's also a pre-qualification letter that you would need to submit, right? So you need to provide a pre-qualification letter for the minimum amount of the home. So whatever that minimum amount is, send that letter to us. We will then provide you with an invitation to come to the selection meeting on August 23rd. Sorry. So again, so the deadline for the response form and the pre-qual is July 25th, right? So you can walk it in. You can drop it off with us today. You can mail it in. So if you mail it, it has to be postmarked by July 25th. If you're concerned whether or not we got it, give us a call. Because what we don't want to happen is if you send your letter in and for some reason we don't get it, right? After that deadline, it's too late. It's easier for us to resolve the issue. If you call us, we take a look and we confirm, yes, we got it. We don't want you all to miss an opportunity because it got lost in the mail or, by chance, we may have misplaced it. That happens. So we want to make sure you guys are confirmed. Give us a call. You can shoot us an email. So you met the requirements. What happens next? So July 25th comes, probably about a week later, we will send out the lot invitation, the lot selection invitation letter. In there, it'll give you all the details. Can we go back? I think back one slide. In there, it'll have all the details, but the selection meeting is scheduled for August 23rd. And we'll probably start registration again at 8:30. Meeting will begin at about 9:30. Again, we're going to go through, could be 115 plus names. So it could take us throughout the afternoon to get all those lots selected. So, kind of be prepared to be there for the day. We'll be across the way at the Honouliuli Middle School. So there's a lot of parking. I think we're even anticipating bringing some, if I'm not mistaken, some food trucks or coffee trucks, just so that we'll have something available for you all to, purchase. So you're not, if they're there all day, we have something for you. Again, eligibility to attend. Pre-qualification, response form by July 25th. Okay, next, please. So at the lot selection meeting, how are we going to call the ranking? So again, 2 groups, the East Kapolei 2B and C. We will rank them first based on their date of application. They have the priority because they hold the lease in this particular increment. Once we go through those names of everyone who's qualified and met the deadline, we will then go to the project lease lessees that in 2D, E, and F. Now, I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, this is coming up. We thought we had some time. You actually do, right? Because again, your lease is for 2D, E, and F. But what we're doing is we're just giving you an opportunity, right? If we don't have enough of our UIs that selects, we're giving you all an opportunity to select the house now, right? Sooner. So instead of waiting till 2027, 28, or 29, if you're ready to take a home, absolutely. Hopefully we'll have some available and your name will be called that day. Some of the things you need to do is be present, right? So this orientation, not mandatory. You don't have to be here in person. You could have gone online. You can even watch the video after, like next week. For the lot selection, you either have to be present or you must send a proxy. So we'll have the notarized proxy, get that notarized, have the person come for you, and have them bring it with them. Don't mail it to us. Don't drop it off at our office. When your name is called, that proxy, they will bring that form up and they'll present it to us. You also must have a valid government ID, so state ID, license, military, passport. Have that with you that day. And please be on time. I know a lot of our families, we're early. I think our line was ready at 6:30 this morning. But if you come late, what's going to happen is you may be able to select, but we're going to go through all those names and then we'll give you that opportunity. So come early, grab your seat, be ready to go when we start. Okay, next, please. So again, if you're not interested, right? So you've heard the information, maybe for some reason you decide, you know what, I need to wait for another 2 years. That's not a problem. You can, on that pink form, you can just say you're not interested and you'll be deferred. So when we have the offer in 2D, we'll then mail that offer to you all. You can just, if you do nothing, for example, you don't send in the interested form, you don't let us know, it's an automatic deferral. It's not going to drop you to the bottom of the list. You remain on the list at the same position based on your original date of application. And when I say original date of application, what I'm referring to is some of y'all may have transferred your lease, right? So the applicant transferred to a 25%er. The 25%er will utilize the applicant's application date. So again, whenever I say original date of application, it is I'm referring back to the applicant's application date. Okay, next, please. So I know they kind of went over these dates, but these dates are really important. We want to kind of go over it again and again. So June 28th, it's a lender meet and greet. You're not going to get a letter in the mail to let you all know. There's not going to be any emails. We're just sharing that information with you all today. I believe Gentry has the information on their website, and on that pamphlet that they have outside, the information is there. But on June 28th, this meeting, that lender meet and greet, will be at DHHL Halepono'i, and I believe it starts at 9:30. So they're going to have, again, the lenders, the lenders that are here today, they're going to have them there again. So if by chance you missed them or you had more questions or you needed more resources, on June 28th at, again, DHL Halepono'i. July 25th, response form, pre-qual letter is due, right? Give us a call if you want to confirm that we received it. Really important. August 9th, there'll be a buyer education day, again at DHHL Halepono'i. This is a Gentry hosted meeting. What they're going to do is they're going to go over the sales contract. So for everyone that met the deadline, submitted the requirement documents, on your interested letter or your lot invitation, selection invitation letter, we'll have the August 9th meeting information. So again, that's really meant to go over the sales contract, kind of give you all a heads up of what you all will be signing should you select a lot on the 23rd. August 23rd, lot selection day. September 2025 is when construction is anticipated to start, and January 2026 is the first move-ins. So I wanted to share, well, I'm not going to go into detail, but I wanted to share very briefly about transfers, right? Because I know, again, some of you all are wondering, okay, I'm the applicant, I got the project lease, but I want to give it to my child. How do I go about doing that? HSD is here today, as Juan mentioned. You're welcome to talk to them and find out that process. Housing, we're here right outside at the table. Myself, I have Moana Freitas, Kawi Stevens, Erin McCabe, and Shanti Gomes. We're here, we're available to answer any questions. Because part of it is, if you are transferring, the person you're transferring to, they must do all the financials, right? So, and you must let us know up front that this is your intent. So if you have any questions about that, again, please ask. We don't want you to miss an opportunity. We don't want you guys not to understand what that process is. So just decide not to do it. please come and talk to us. We'll be there. Also, financial assessments. Again, I know, many of y'all got your lease on March 22nd. So the housing team, we're still going through the process of getting the appropriate approvals and getting those recorded. So we will send you information about the financial assessments. But again, this particular one, you're getting pre-qualified, right? So you're ready, you get pre-qualified. 2D, E, and F, and also I believe the 12 vacant lots that we were talking about for Habitat, those financial assessments will help Gentry, decide the mix in the future developments. So we're not faced with, out of 127 lots, we're looking at 115 turnkey homes, right? Hopefully we're looking at a mix that is more custom to what you as our lessees can afford. So again, we'll get that information to you all. Please be sure, get in contact with the service provider, fill out those surveys or any type of information, have your documents ready to provide them, because that is what is going to help Gentry decide what kind of homes we need to build for you all. Next, please. I think okay. Well, thank you. I'm done. Again, housing table is up there.
Michelle,
Yes.
question for you.
Sure.
Had one for Michelle. No, actually, we were in Maui for the Puhona Awards.
Yes.
And there are like maybe several people that were like almost there. And then the last lot got awarded and they were bummed. They were pre-qualified. They had everything, but they never get nothing. So they jumped on the plane, went back home to Honolulu. And then a week later, what happened?
Yeah. So a week later, somebody deferred. So one of the lessees that selected a lot gave us a call. I don't think it was even a week later. I believe it was Monday. We did the selection Saturday. They called us Monday. They decided to defer it for whatever reason. So what we do is, out of everybody that's pre-qualified, right? So we rank you all on the list. We go through the names. If there's any names that we didn't call that day, you're just on the backup list. So what he's referencing is there was a young couple. I spoke to them because they were the next name to be called. So I just share with them, it happens, right? Deferrals happen, people go home, they change their minds. Just hang tight. We called them on Monday and they were able to select a lot. So there is still chance, and that backup list will remain active until all 115 lots are selected. So that's, again, you're on this backup list because you qualified for this offer for the 115 lots. But if we do a new offer, right, in 2D, let's say, or the vacant lots, you're still eligible for that one. Yeah. So there's always a chance, right?
So with that, if you got plenty questions, we do have the open house and there's all the different parties to be able to help you, whether it's trying to figure out how you qualify, what you qualify for. If you have questions for Michelle and her team, if you also have questions for the project manager, the project management team that's there, they'll be able to provide you kind of schedules and so on. And then also for the developers. I want to share one more thing. Next slide, please. And I want to say a big mahalo to Salvation Army Kroc Center for providing this wonderful venue for all of us to be able to utilize. It's in our community, and so we want to mahalo them for partnering with us. We have a number of different partners that are here. We mahalo them. Please go and visit them. They have tables outside, KCDC, CNHA, all of our service providers and our lenders. Once again, mahalo to all of you who have come and joined us. Remember, you can watch this again on the recording. It'll be available on Wednesday. For you fathers, happy Father's Day. Have a wonderful happy Father's Day tomorrow. Aloha, mahalo.